Alright. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome Pathfinding the Rising of Belkzen. Uh this has been it has been an interesting 2 weeks. We've been off. We're gonna start with some stuff that Lou has been doing. You, the audience, have not been privy to what has been going on in our Discord chats, of course, and some very significant happenings have gone on there, and their nature will become mostly clear to you with time. So we should begin with Lou's an aspect of Lou's epic plan. Um, so in the lower right corner, I'm going to reveal what will be a barren uh, barren section of map, and just sort of inform me about the layout of this camp you have set up. You'll see two people there. You should have control over both of those tokens. Here's
I do.
you yourself. So I'm just gonna actually get map styles and textures. I'm just gonna get um some
All right,
tents.
so
Here's
the scene opens up. A short dwarven man, Thulthane, standing before two others, humans. By the looks of it, one man with dark colored skin and piercing gray eyes. He has armed with blade, shield. Beside him is a horse with saddle and prepped in some manner. And the other human, less visibly armed, with no blade, shield, or suit of armor. And in exact uh, contrast to the other dark-skinned man is another sort of more fair-skinned individual that is wearing fairly inconspicuous clothing that of, say, a commoner in these lands would wear. But under her cloak are an assortment of strange and otherworldly accoutrements, potions, scrolls, and other strange devices of arcane make. Now, listen here. Stolthane pipes up uh, as in the background the sun is well up in the sky. Now, this spot here looks like a proper place to set it on up here. You see, over there, just thinking looking at these maps we've done about there, off to the east of the keep, we setting up the true camp down there. Now, do you understand the plan there, Jace? You understand your part in what it is to occur here? As both of you know, lives are at stake.
how if I may interrupt, how precisely many horses are there? I have like 9 here, and I'm sure there's not quite that many.
Let's say there's, mm, let's say there's a 2 person, a horse. Let's say there's six horses. Now let's say there's 5 horses. The dark-skinned man, looks at the dwarven man, Thane, and he just nods. Yes, I know. You want me to ride out there and wait for the signal. But don't forget your lantern now. When it gets dark out, you are going to need it. Yes, of course. And let me get this straight. You want me to be there hiding in the brush? The woman says. Simply in the brush by the keep. I mean, it's not that I can't do it. Well, that's what I hired you to do now. I understand there's a bit of caution or worry that comes to your mind with what I've asked for you to do, but rest assured, you've been paid, and the lives at stake of innocents is in the balance here.
Correction, they have not been paid. They will not, because you do not have the money yet.
You will be paid once this job is complete. Fine, fine then. It will be done. Great. Now, why don't y'all help me with setting up this camp here? Now, we got to make it look like there's a large mm, company. You understand? Uh, Start by making some prints there, and uh, Jace, if you could go on and set up a bonfire in the middle of the tents there. Of course.
Okay.
All right, then, let's get to work. We got only a few more hours until the sun dips down off the edge. As the three of them begin to get to work.
Okay. I feel as though setting up the fake camp convincingly should require, maybe a and this is where I'd accept survival, knowledge, nature. I would even buy disguise, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
Just double checking something. All right, so Jace, the man of arms and action, will be the primary of the survival role.
okay.
Thulthane and Damara will be assisting. So the first role is for Jace's survival.
Okay.
That is a 17. Next is for Thulthane and Damara, which they both beat a 10 to another. That's another +4.
Okay.
So that's a 21 on survival
All
for
right.
setting up the camp. And we're taking. This isn't happening like in a few minutes. This
Of
is
course, yeah, this
we
takes
arrive
time.
here. Yeah, it takes some time, like an hour or two, depending on the sun. As I tried to get there around midday, and then spend the majority of the day setting up the decoy camp, and then making sure everyone knows situated at their posts and whatnot. In a short montage.
Okay.
There now. I think this will work just fine. Alright. Y'all know the plan. Looks like the sun's dipping on down now. Get to your posts. Make sure you got your lanterns. Communication is key. I'll be seeing y'all. As Damara and Thulthane leave Jace, as Jace hops onto his mount, Thulthane joins Damara on a mount as they go off to the real camp, and Jace, sort of situates himself
Okay.
around the fake camp. When Thulthane and Damara reach the real camp in this sort of short montage,
Okay.
you know, Thulthane goes over some other specifics with Damara over her job in this extraction mission.
Okay.
Um, and then the two of them go on foot to their stations.
Okay.
Though I should mention, Thulthane actually, yeah, he wouldn't be on foot. He would be on the horse, and he'd
Of
drop
course.
off Damara at her point.
Okay.
So Jason and
And
Thulthane are on horse. Damara, as it's like the sun is setting, she's gonna start moving to her
okay.
position with
And
Jason by
if
the
you
ruined camp or ruined keep.
and if you would, give me another survival check, just to see how well you conceal the real camp.
All right, so it'll be the same deal as before. Jace would have been as we set up the real camp before the fake camp.
Oh, right, yeah.
He's the primary in this survival role. First role is for him. Okay, and then the second two are us assisting. All right, so that's a 3.
Okay. Or well, no, you have his bonus was +5, and then you have an assist, so it would be like an
Oh, I
8.
mean, yeah, it's 5. Yeah, so that was a 9, I guess.
Okay.
Oh no, an 8.
Yeah. All right
What's
then.
the
And where are so how many horses? Where are the horses partitioned?
So 2 of the 5 horses are being currently being used by Jason Belkzen. The other 3 are at the real camp, which is vacant at this time. Um, those horses are prepped. The camp itself, like there's no tents or anything set up in the real camp. The fire is stoked there, but bedrolls are about. Or it's not really like a camp where there's like a fire pit or even bedrolls. Everything is packed and ready. It's just like trying to hide that real position where essentially where those other 3 horses are. Jace is by the fake camp on horse with lantern in hand, trying his best to, uh, for the most part, be out of line of sight as the sun is dipping down. Damara, she is moving on towards the ruined keep as it becomes dusk. That's when she moves out. And Thulthane is on horse, on the second horse, and he's sort of bouncing between the two. In a way, he's positioning himself so he's sort of a middleman of sorts, in line of sight of Jace and perhaps in line of sight of Damara, as those two are sort of split up and they go to their positions.
All right. So, and where is the uh, fighter? Yeah. And where is the Jace is the fighter, right?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
Jace, yeah, fighter Damara is thinking of it.
Okay. Um, so where is he waiting at the false camp?
Well, if the surrounding depends on the surrounding land, if there are any trees, any hills, or whatnot. Um, obviously it's a waiting game for him. So you probably wouldn't necessarily be on his horse. Maybe just be beside the horse. Maybe you'd be on the horse. Either way, there's essentially trying to be out of line of sight um, or trying to hide in a sense. But it doesn't matter if he's spotted or not, because it still gives the same message. But yeah, he'll be trying to, I guess, use the land, stay out of line of sight, or off in the distance, as if he were a scout of a camp.
Okay. I'll say there is actually a kind of a couple. There's a couple trees nearby.
Yeah. So like he wouldn't be at the camp. He'd be maybe a couple yards away from it. He'd be a distance away, but not too far that he just can't see the camp, or you know
Okay. Oh, squares
far
are.
enough that he could see the camp, and if someone or anyone other than people he knows goes to it.
Okay. Squares are 5 feet, so if you were behind these trees, which is I'm presuming what you intend to do,
Yeah.
um, he'd be a couple yards away. Um,
He wouldn't have a lantern going right now. The lantern would be on, but it would be just closed. So like no light would be going through, making it a little bit more difficult for him to see. But it's kind of dusk and kind of moonlight. Oh, that's his. That's him. He's on watch.
okay. You 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 have control of him.
Okay,
Uh,
can't be there. Then uh, the uh, the fake camp. Um, it would, Jace would have, as dusk rolled around, he would have lit the bonfire. He would have. There, that's essentially when that's lit and everything's looking like it is in current use.
okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check if you would.
And this is for Jace, right?
Yes.
All right. So, can he take a 10 on this roll?
No, he cannot.
Yeah.
I'm sure it sucks.
All right. So, what is breastplate's armor penalty? Was it like -4 or something? 5? I don't know.
Full plate is 6, so I
Oh
imagine
no,
it's
he's
5.
got a breastplate. So, what
Yeah.
was he got a 5? Let's
That's
say
what I
it's a
said.
-5.
Full plate is 6, so I imagine it's a little less, so probably
Okay.
5.
Okay. Cool. So then, he got a 7. 8.
Yeah. Um, so, um, sure enough, a couple of Orcish scouts do sort of blunder by. Kevin Kevin says it's -4, so it'd be a 9 then.
Okay.
They see this camp. Does Landir speak Orcish?
Uh, no, Jace doesn't.
Not Landir.
He
I'm
doesn't.
sorry, my brain is stupid.
Yeah, no, 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 he doesn't speak.
Okay. He hears them talking to each other in what he probably recognizes as Orcish because he's around here, but he doesn't understand what they're saying.
What does it look like they're geared out with? Are they on mounts or anything?
They're not on mounts. Um, they are they are each wearing themselves. They each have a breastplate and a longsword.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and a heavy steel shield.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Jace recognizes like Iomedan heraldry on this stuff. Um,
Yeah.
and it looks kind of old too, like it's like rusty. Like it might have worked. It might have once worked better than it does now, even.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And as they're creeping, Jace is gonna, flash the lantern on out, and the whole thing, as the whole thing will start making his way on over. And Jace will give another signal, um, signaling that uh, ambush.
Okay.
Scouts are found and attempting ambush. So, way off at the ruined keep, Demar she's hiding in a bush or something. She's looking. Oh, she sees the light.
All right. If we're going for the ambush, we need to go into initiative. So go ahead and roll that. Um, hmm. If he's mounted on the horse, then it has the same initiative as him.
Okay. So he got a 20, and as does Dolphin.
Okay. Is Thulthane around?
Yeah, like Jace signaled, as he saw them approaching, he's like, take him. So
Okay.
Thulthane is, he's, floating. He's a floater. So, he'd spot it, his keen dwarven vision,
How far
and he'd
away is
start
he?
riding on over.
And you should be able to add their turns, by the way. Um,
Nah, I can't I can't right click to add turn or anything like that.
no, over the initiative counter, you should be able to click on the number where it says 0 there.
Oh, yeah,
Click on
that's what you
that,
mean.
it'll
Okay.
highlight, and you can add there. So how far away? When I say how far away is Thulthane, what I mean is like how many rounds will it take for him to arrive?
Yeah, let's say about 4 rounds.
Okay, so he's not that far away then.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that far away.
Okay.
I mean, it is on a horse, like run speed of a horse. Thulthane does have a rank in riding, so he does know how to, I
Okay.
guess, ride a
Let me get
horse.
a stealth from him as well then.
Thulthane, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. These guys. Fortunately, these are orcs, so they don't have very their perception checks are not very impressive. Um, I'm gonna move these briefly because the fact that all of this is on the token layer is bugging me. There we are. So, our noble knight does get the first move.
All right, so Jace, he sees that he stays on the horse, um, but he hooks the lantern to his waist as he takes out this big arbalist, this big crossbow, requiring two hands as he props it up with one arm, and he kind of and he sets the aim as he doesn't take a shot. He just watches them and just trains them, with the crossbow,
Okay.
ready to like do a action to shoot at them, depending on what the orcs do. And Thulthane continued just sort of riding. So
Okay.
he turns and he sees the signal, Thulthane is making his way on over.
Okay. So, not realizing that anyone is around, these guys are basically just gonna bumble around the camp, um, sort of looking for. They're actually looking in the tents for shit to steal and shit to fuck up. Um, this guy goes into a tent and kind of emerges with grin on his face. This guy does the same thing.
Mhm.
And so, again.
And it remains that way. Jace doesn't act until he spots Thulthane, but he just keeps the crossbow at the ready and sort of watches on
Okay.
top the horse.
All right. So Thulthane triumphantly riding over. As soon as he kind of comes into view, the orcs are gonna notice him immediately because
Mhm.
if he's galloping over on a horse, there's no stealth to that. So we'll
Mhm.
then begin with these guys. Let's see. So you say it was about 4 rounds away. So round one, round two, round three, round four. So they're fucking with these two tents as you arrive.
Maybe as they stumble on out the tent. Ooh, oh,
Yeah,
got him,
they're like
got him. They gesture back.
precisely that exactly that happens. Yes.
That's when Jace would have used his ready to action to essentially, as he spots something. Okay, oh, they spot him. And he just shoot.
Okay.
He just shoots at one of them.
So to shoot at yellow, you'd have to shoot through the tent. If you shot between the trees, kind of here, the trees themselves, like this, like from this corner, because you should actually be, the horse should be a large creature. So from
Yeah.
this corner, you could shoot It looks to me like technically going by the map, you do have a clear shot, like just barely, but I'm gonna give it to you, so no penalty.
Okay, that probably wouldn't hit him anyway. With a 13
No,
against AC.
that doesn't hit. Um,
So suddenly a bolt whizzes
yeah,
by. They were,
yeah.
whoa!
It goes out, and it should hit. Like it goes out, and as it goes toward the orcs, they are completely caught off guard by it, and it smacks right into their rusty old breastplate and bounces off, taking a little chip of rust with it.
Thulthane, as he's making his way on over, he stays on his horse as well, and he moves on to here. Well, actually, he'll keep going in a straight line.
Let me give you control
Essentially,
of the
let's say
horse.
he'll move over there on the horse, spotting the orcs and not wanting them to leave. You see Thulthane, there's like these a slight glimmer and glow, these silvery geometric symbols appear around him as he begins to ward himself um, with one hand, and then in the other hand, he's got a like this kind of like half holding it at half length quarter staff, ready just.
All right. This yellow guy, he okay. He sees you do something. It's just weird. It's just weird enough that he realizes you're spellcaster. But at the same time, he just got shot at, or his friend, who he does care about deeply, just got shot at. And so he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This fellow, this fellow did get shot at, and he cares even more deeply about himself than his friend does about him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And the jig is up as they're running towards Jace. He puts he just fucking just drops the crossbow onto the grass nearby him, and he reaches for something on his waist, as he in a sort of turn, he's gonna try to reach for something on his waist, and then hurl it at them. This small vial of this orange liquid.
Okay. Um, rolled a hit. Oh,
Yeah. As he's throwing just a vial of
yeah.
alchemist fire, just at the yellow one.
Okay.
And
That that hits without
yeah,
needing.
so that would be a 22 against AC on him. And I think for an alchemist fire,
they target touch.
yeah. And so that'll hit him, and I'm sure it hits the other one with I think one fire damage. But I think
Okay.
they have to do
Yeah,
the yellow one has to do a reflex save.
he does. I'll do that while you go ahead and roll a d6 if you would.
Yeah. As
One fails the reflex save, so he is on fire. Let's see.
as he just boom, it just breaks and explodes. He tries to block with the shield, but that don't matter. As it's like napalm, it just splashes on the rest of him, kind of singeing parts of him as it quickly catches on fire.
All right. He also takes, I believe, does the guy you hit also take the splash damage?
No,
Okay.
no, I think he just takes 2 damage, and the blue he just takes 1. Then next round, but like it stays on fire for the next round, where it exploded on, which is on yellow. So next round he would take another d6. unless he took like a standard to put out the fire, I think, or move.
Okay.
And as a fire and ice combination, uh, there's the flash of the fire from the alchemist's concoction. Thulthane, again with his open hand, he grabs hold of the reins as he sort of angles the horse, sort of towards them. Then he lets go of the reins and he begins manifesting this dry ice sort of manifestations appear around his hand as he shoots out something towards the yellow orb.
Okay.
It's 4 against touch, but I think it, that
Yep.
misses. Just a shard of ice, misses.
And he kind of dodges out of the way. Um, Now, he's on fire. Uh, there's a procedure to put themselves out. Remind me how that works.
I think it's just a move action if he wants to put himself out.
Okay. Yeah, he knows better. While he may be kind of dim, he knows better than to be on fire. So he, I believe, attempts another reflex save. He won't drop prone for it. So it's a move action. If you say it's a move action to put himself out, yeah, I'll still have him take damage this round. Um,
I think it's just half. Well, I mean, probably no, but
okay then.
it's falling around. Let's stop, drop, and roll, baby.
And does he still take damage this round, Kevin?
Well, I think it's like a safer half, and then like the fire is cools enough.
Okay, Kevin says he straight up doesn't, so I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
is it to negate damage?
Yeah, he's
Reflex to
taking
negate.
a full round action to put himself out,
Oh,
so
that's right. Yeah, okay.
that's his turn. Um,
Gotcha. So,
Blue here is now genuinely scared. Um, okay, so it does require a reflex save, which he succeeded on.
yeah, yeah.
So Blue here, one, two. The trees are difficult terrain, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a double move. You now
Mhm.
have person in your face.
Yep. And as he takes out his longsword and just tries to swing on down at the orc on top of the horse. He does not have a shield. That is sort of to his other side, but he just. I'm not sure if you could take out 2 weapons, but at the same time,
It
but
would be 2 different
um,
actions.
yeah. So I mean, he just takes out the sword and then just attacks the orc as he gets on close. And he bumbles and he misses. The sword gets caught in the sheath momentarily, causing his swing to be clumsy as the orcs are.
Full thing.
Seeing that, he tries again manifesting, keeping to where he is. He manifests another shard of ice towards the blue one and shoots it. It's a 10 versus touch.
10 does hit their touch, so
And it just glances him though, and off his armor for 1 damage.
yep. This guy gonna make his way over.
Yep.
He swings his sword mightily. And here's where things could go horribly wrong. Okay, you take 7 points of damage.
It's a serious blow as he wide arc cuts that little thing. He grabs hold of the wound.
Okay. This orc goes next. He is going to act in the very same way. He's going to try to attack person attacking at him. 17.
He has a 20, so that was...
Yeah. That is a miss.
He parries that sword blow, and he tries again as he with his he takes out he takes out the shield. He would have an 18 still AC without the shield. So now he takes out the shield and on the horse. He just swings again with the blade down at the missing with a 13, I believe.
Ulthane.
Lothane's going to use a standard to disengage and ride away from the orc.
Okay.
As he grabs on, like with his free hand, he grabs onto the reins and he kicks the horse. And he just moves. What's the run speed of a horse? Was it like 50, 60? What's the moving speed of 40?
Okay. This is a full retreat to avoid provoking.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not double movement, double round movement, but it's just essentially, he runs off. He does the horse's movement to move away from him.
If you do nothing else, I'm gonna say you don't provoke. Cause
yeah, I mean yeah, as a standard whatever action it is to disengage, he just pulls away and he just moves away. The thought being, of course, a horse would be able to outrun an orc. So 50. So just 50 from that. We got there. You would have just moved in a straight line kind of deal. That's Ethelfin's turn.
okay. Well, this orc, he got a good hit in. He didn't want that to go to waste, so he double moves toward you. Well, the blue one, meanwhile, misses.
Swings and he parries. Jace swings on down at the orc again. The orc parries. As the other orc is running on after Thulthane, he turns the horse slightly, and as a move action, he's just going to continue 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's going to move away, just continue pulling the orc away, and as he does, with his free hand, sort of appears in the center of his forehead, this magical arcane sigil, or divine sigil, I should say, as he pushes that out at the orc. His eyes flare up for a moment with a silvery glow, trying to do something to the orc, and the orc has to do a will save against fear. I assume the orc does not have more than 5 hit dice.
Certainly not. Let's see. Our will save.
Against the 15.
This is fun.
So he's failed for 4 rounds as a cast Cause Fear on him. And he is frightened for, I believe, 4 rounds. Yes.
Okay. Alright. Well, he's frightened, so he's going to actually do a run action to get as far away as he can. Because the dwarf suddenly got scary.
Right.
His companion, though,
He's trading swords with Jace there as he attacks. Jace parries and Jace attacks. The orc parries with his shield.
The whole thing.
Thorfinn, in the meantime, uses his magics to tend to his own wounds, healing them on over the blessings of the Grey Lady as he moves on through the camp.
Okay. I'm gonna start.
This is the second round.
Or here. Let me find a better representative for being scared. Let me find a thing to represent being scared shitless.
Yeah, it's there. That's a good one.
So he's running away. So he's not actually in that square.
Yeah,
He's
I got you.
running off, pissing his pants.
Got cold feet, man.
And Battle of the Misses.
No, 21 will get Jace. Let's see,
Yeah.
is it 20 easy?
Ooh, that's 12 damage.
Okay, cool. So it's a devastating as
Yeah.
the blade goes into the side of Jace and he rips it on out, the blade covered in blood. Jace, he falls back in his saddle slightly from the blow before he disengages and he pulls the horse away. Just from the orc was that to just get away from him. Was that 5, 15, 20, 20, 30? He goes 50 feet away from the orc as he draws the horse away there.
Okay, you should be able to control the horse, so you can move him.
I can. Up there it is. Thulthane, in the meantime, uses his magic again to manifest a shard of ice and hurl it at that orc. Not before, not before sort of following Jace. Well, actually, sorry, never mind that movement there. Put it back where it was. He'll make the attack and then he'll move. 15 against touch for 4 damage as he hurls a shard of ice and sort of gets him in the back there. And then Felthane moves.
Okay.
Sort of in tandem with Jace's movement.
Okay.
That's the third round. Now keep in mind, the orcs are wearing what? Heavy? Medium armor?
Yeah, I'm reducing their speed accordingly.
Okay.
So, getting to you is a double move.
Mm-hmm. Well, we could fast forward this combat as rinse and repeat happens. We're on horses, they're not. We keep distance and we slowly whittle them down through ranged attacks. I don't
Okay.
know if you want to keep playing this out
Yeah.
or not.
Go, just roll. Just roll a few more. Just roll a couple of those icicles for me.
Okay. Well, yeah, okay, sure. 'Cause, I mean, Jace, as the orc continues to chase after him, Jace, he continues riding and he moves, gets closer to Thulthane, and as he does, he reaches down his waist and he drinks a concoction, a potion of sort, healing his wounds, a portion of his wounds as he reunites with Thulthane. Meanwhile, Thulthane manifests another icicle, shooting it at the orc there, missing
Just
him.
do that. Just do that a few more times. Just so I can mechanically be fully justified. And
Yep, I have three more. There's the 3 shots, and one of them will hit.
yeah.
I believe. I don't think an 8 and a 7 will hit.
Yep.
They
He
one
falls
will take
down.
2. And then and then that'll be enough to defeat him, and boom, it knocks him out. And then Thulthane and Jace just at that time, obviously,
Hmm.
the effects of the orc
Yeah.
would have on him would have faded
Yeah.
most certainly by then. But with Thulthane's dark vision, he would spot, like the two of them would just hunt down the orc. Jace with a crossbow and Thulthane with a sling, just riding by and just running them down, not letting them get close.
Yeah.
As these orcs are better armed, but they're not on a horse.
Yeah. And he does try to kind of make his way toward the castle, but if you guys are any
We
serious
corral him
yeah,
essentially.
if you guys are any serious distance away, just make a bunch of attack rolls so I know how far, how many hit, how what negative he's at.
Okay, cool. Start rolling dice.
While you're doing that,
Yep.
um, so the sorcerer got your signal that you were going for the ambush. There's a crit and a
Yeah,
confirm.
crit from Jace's crossbow on his second shot.
Okay,
Thulthane,
so go ahead and roll that crit damage if you would.
was it a times two for crossbows or a times
Yeah,
three? What?
it's times 2 for crossbows. It's just 2d8. All right, so you successfully ambushed those orcs. What does your sorceress do?
She waits for the signal that the ambush was attempted, and then, soon enough after that last orc is shot with the crossbow and he's wrecked, then Thulthane and Jace go, retrieve the bodies and you know, Thulthane signals with a lantern, ambush successful. You have cover, and then Damara, she sees that, and now she has the fairly difficult task. She continues waiting, um, and until you know you know if this were to happen, there was like a section. She actually starts moving away from the ruined keep to meet up with Jason Thulthane, who have taken the bodies and put them on their horses, and brought them not at the real camp, but nearby. And that's sort of where Damara is going. So Damara sees the bodies. She sort of takes note, taking off what armor you can, the breastplate that they wear, or whatever.
You
Um,
certainly, with horses to carry things around, you loot them completely.
yeah, I mean, just throw them on the back of the horse. It's a horse, right? These aren't like ponies.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and just she notes that, and then okay, she makes her way back to the keep. While Jason Thulthane, they Jace has a healer's kit, so nearby the real camp, Jace is gonna start taking that out as Damara makes her way back to the ruined keep for her mission. Um,
Right.
and he goes over the wounds of Thulthane and himself using his two charges of his healer's kit.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'm gonna cut over to
Yep,
the others because they've been patiently waiting.
of course.
Um, the night has passed. The are the those adventurers who were captured um are in. I just now realized that Tack isn't with us. Did he say he wasn't becoming? Um.
I
Anyways,
think he might have said he was going to be late.
okay. So you guys are in your cells. Your orcish friend is not with you. Um, he seems to have betrayed you and joined with the tribe that has captured you. You saw him during lunch making very nice with the chief. Um, but you guys are down here now. And let me. And you're being guarded over by but a single orc. Is there anything you guys want to do?
Yeah, and Burb. I'm not sure.
All right then. So we'll get on back to that. Meanwhile, under Orcish guys, um, is the sorceress riding a horse up to the castle?
No, 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 no. They
Okay.
didn't have horses, so she's not right.
All right. So and she's using the thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll roll with this guy. It's a 23.
So she approaches the castle, and she sees out in front of it two things. First, she sees a single orc waiting there, and she sees this creature, which what it is, it's freaky looking. It looks like the skeleton of some beast, but it's animate and walking about.
She has no idea what that is. She knows to stay away from that, or try to. She tries to get on, just very haphazardly, just get on in. And depending on like the ruined entrance of the keep,
Yeah,
where the orc is, she just
I
she
mean,
wouldn't just say anything. Just maybe look at him and just kind of
I
grunt.
mean, he's standing pretty much directly in her path to get if she wants to get down to the prisoners. Um,
Yeah.
so he says, actually, considering that she imitated one of the specific orcs,
Have I missed anything?
You missed a fantastic roleplay opportunity.
Oh, well, shit.
I mean, she just tries to, like, she doesn't say anything. She just like puts over an air of confidence and just like tries to push past the orc. Just like, yeah, what are you gonna do, kind of thing. Like, get off, like, step off. Essentially trying to intimidate him, just like as she's just making her way on in. Not like
okay,
physically like hitting him, just like kind of doing one of those fake out kind of things, like, get out of my way, like, what are you gonna do? Get out of my way. But not like saying anything, just body language wise. Like, I'm going there and
okay.
just step to the side kind of thing.
Go ahead and roll it.
Nice. That's 11.
So he kind of looks confused, and he says, "Roll what you find."
And I assume it's in Orcish, right?
Yes, it is.
So you see him kind of stop and look at this other orc, and just kind of like narrows their eyes a bit, and then seeing like, oh shit, that didn't work. The orc kind of gestures behind, like as if there's someone else coming, kind of thing, like I don't know. Like, she does like a body language movement, like I don't know. It's not my problem. I'm pissed off about something, obviously.
Okay.
There's someone else. Come. Assumedly, if this orc sort of knows who this person is, oh, like the other scout knows. She
Yeah.
just gestures behind her, like he's still out, like he's coming, kind of thing.
Roll
She makes
bluff.
that sort of gesture.
That's 15.
Yeah.
So the orc fucked his sense motive check, so I'm actually gonna say he lets you by.
The orc kind of like, I'm sure he just sort of shrugs, like, yeah, whatever. and she just makes her way on in.
Okay.
She like pets a rat that's like in her clothing. She's like, the rat kind of pokes its head out. She's like, "Come here, go back inside."
Okay.
As she passes by, she passes by the orc.
Okay. So those stairs are those stairs. So you are able to make your way just by following the hallway. You get to the stairs which house the dungeons, where you find most of comrades guarded over by a single orc.
Another one down here, right?
Yeah.
So she makes her way on down, and just does the same thing, just making a slight grunt behind her, like I'm taking over your shift kind of deal, like that kind of gesture, like. "Rrr." Oh, it's more like. Her voice doesn't change, but she tries to sound gruff in a slight grunt.
Okay. Roll bluff.
Yep. It's 26.
This guy, he looks very confused, but he does go upstairs.
When he looks confused, she just sort of shrugs, not really looking at him, just sort of shrugs, like whatever. Like, I don't care, whatever. I'm an orc. And she kind of looks over her shoulder as she enters on in to the cages of the prisoners. She looks over her shoulder and just watches the other orc as he makes his way on up the stairs and disappears. He kind of goes, opens the door and continues on. And you see her just turn, and it's funny as she sort of starts immediately looking at some of the locks, if they're behind like iron bar cages. And as she does, you all hear very comically, though it looks like a very gruff and brawny and dirty and uh, quite frightening looking orc man, you hear just like in common, "Keep calm. Is there how well are these locks?" This woman's voice comes out.
Well, either it's on the wall or it would have been given to you by the guard who walked away.
Well,
There
actually, yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, I
would
mean,
be
if
a
you
ring
gave
of keys.
yeah, then taking it and just very casually, just opening the cell blocks, and saying, "There's others here to rescue you."
Okay. Give me a diplomacy check just to see how well socially you're conducting yourself.
All right, cool. Pretty shittily with an 11.
All right. Well, our various prisoners are nonetheless,
I mean, she like drops the disguise.
exiting.
She
Okay.
got him, so the disguise sort of vanishes like a mirage. As she says that, and she's got the keys and it's working. This strange, fair-skinned woman.
There's a closet here that has all of basically your gear in it. These three
Quickly, get your
kobolds
things.
run in to grab their things.
Get your things quickly. We only have a few moments. As the others are, they're going in and getting their things. Damara sort of moves next to the door, and she takes out this twisted, gnarled piece of wood, a wand-like accoutrement, and just waiting at the door if someone were to come through. Quickly now, quickly.
Okay.
I
Roll
assume
sense
she waits
motive,
for the others to get their things.
and that's everyone, not just. Okay. So with 17, Namara kind of senses most of these guys are just, elated and relieved to be rescued, but this guy, there's something off or shifty about him. He seems especially broken among the slaves you find here, and he seems very nervous about everything that's going on right now.
And so as the others are gathering their things, she's gonna single him out and turn her attention away from the door. Immediately catching that, she's gonna go up to him and just like sort of put a hand on his shoulder. Is everything okay? We're here to take you out. There won't be orcs here to take advantage of you anymore. You're safe now. Just keep quiet. I'll get you out of here.
Okay.
There's others, there are horses to take you all back. And she looks at the others. Away from here.
Roll diplomacy once again. Okay, yeah.
23.
You do reassure him. So,
After, she does that, she just waits for the others.
so a couple minutes pass, and everyone has their gear on.
Right then. Follow me. She takes the wand on out.
Okay. So,
She leads them on out. She waits at the door. She turns over 1, 2, 3, and she opens it on up, but not before taking out another scroll from among her person and forming back into that same orc. Though sort of doesn't have any sleight of hand or anything like that, but she tries to hide the wand in her hand as she makes her way on out and opens the door.
okay.
The others, perhaps like 10 feet or so behind her, and she's gonna gesture like me back there. As she changes her form again, opens the door, and then goes to. And it's kind of like she doesn't swing open. It's kind of like she opens it up a little bit. Sees that one, okay, and if there are people, then she's gonna start casting something, and then she'll open the door, and then.
Yeah, as you walk out, you hear that like this large procession of slaves is actually pretty noisy behind you, and so one of them does kind of walk over.
Walk over where?
To where she is.
No. Imagine there's a stairway up there, right? She goes, like up to her, like in the stairs. And as she's at the door, she kind of turns. Yeah. She just turns at him and just like looks at him like, what the? And she just gives like the bitchiest orcish look at this man, like, what the fuck are you doing? Get back. As she's like getting ready to open the door, she's like, no. Okay. trying to like, with just through like the sheer look that just go back to where you are. Just wait.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another intimidate roll.
It's 21.
Okay. He's kind of shaken, but he stands his ground. He says, "Grolk, what go on? What's that stick?"
Oh, I thought that was a slave that came up. Oh, okay, never mind then. Oh, well, if how many orcs are out there when she opens the door? Like,
just one is kind of walking over.
Oh, well, he's gonna be put to sleep, as he as he approaches the orc, and she just flicks the wand at him, trying to put him to sleep.
So the wand save DC should be.
Yeah, it isn't listed there. I'm not sure what it is.
I believe it's the minimum possible.
Yeah.
Which in this case is 10. It's a first level spell, so 11. Plus the minimum mod to cast it, but a first level spell, the minimum mod is 11, which is plus 0.
Right, cool.
So it's a DC 11, and weak-willed as he may be, he manages that. So you guys are back in your gear. And with that caveat, I'm going to start initiative. Not you. I'm going to go ahead and add turns. Go ahead and roll. Let's see. That's that guy. So this orc, and this fucker. So you will, yeah, on your turn, we'll address what you're doing, Landier. So do go ahead and roll.
Can you add Dora's thing? I mean, I mean, we can just use the things counter.
Or I managed to go ahead and do it, so. And do 4. Okay. Okay. And who else? I know you're a 3. I don't know what Aunaus is, but I imagine it's a 4 because dexterity. Aletha still needs to input her initiative, needs to roll her initiative.
It's already there. Actually, just click the token and click the character sheet. Add it on this thing.
Okay. Okay. And okay. Initiative. Dexterity. +2. Whatever we have. +5. So, okay. So again, we have everyone but Aletha. So please put your initiative in.
It's already on there. I was the first one to roll it.
Yeah, you just have 2 tokens.
Yeah,
I just
or
use the character sheet. Just click the token and use the character sheet. Automatically add the token.
okay, you need to put the number over in the turn order thing.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Where?
Up 1.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, there was just 2 of them in the counter.
All right.
So, you know, she tries using the wand on the orc, and he's like, huh?
Okay.
Then she kind of rolls her eyes, and then there's with her other hand, open palm, he just gets point blank. Well, not really point blank, as you can see the distance there. Boom! Just shot with just this sudden onslaught of color and patterns. He's got to do a fluid save. As some might even say that he's sprayed with color.
He is.
DC 14.
He is affected.
All right. What's his hit dice?
1.
1 hit dice. Okay, so he is just unconscious. He's unconscious, blinded, stunned. So he's knocked the fuck out essentially for 8. He is stunned for 8 rounds. He's unconscious. He's
right. So he's
boom,
gone.
and he just slumps down immediately. Just this way, quickly.
Okay.
As she still has the disguise moving.
Drake, this happened just as you slip your armor on. You notice that this is happening. What do you do?
Armor? What?
Not armor. I'm sorry, your gear. Whatever your gear is.
That one pouch over there? Yep. Got it. Pass. Because we have learned to not be the aggressor.
Okay. Oh, now double moves. Serena double moves. Meanwhile, Landir, you're in that same room with the one kid. And upon realizing, or upon hearing someone speak in a loud, clear voice, he's like, do you think that would be your friends?
Let me do a perception check. $19?
Yeah, you didn't have a spellcasting friend with that voice.
I reply, no, that doesn't sound like anyone from my group.
Okay. He's still hesitant to help you out then till this guy, having heard someone speak in a loud, clear voice, moves here and seeing. Do you know what? Because I'm controlling, I know I won't make that. I will not make that mistake.
I should note in this moment that she is in her disguise.
Yeah.
But there is just someone like passed out.
Yeah, seeing that orc passed out, he demands. As he draws his sword, he demands, "What happened now? You answer me!"
And the orc she just sort of shrugs and just makes a drinking gesture.
Okay.
And like looks at him like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, we all know that guy's a drunk. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't roll the disguise for the second casting. If you want me to do that.
You get enough bonus from disguise self that I wouldn't worry about it. Do, however, roll bluff for what you just did there.
There's bluff, yeah. Dice is with me, GM 26.
Let's see. This is getting more and more implausible as time goes on. So, yeah, he doesn't buy it. His roll's big.
Really? Okay.
He got a nat 20.
Oh, okay, cool.
Had he gotten like a 3, he still might have bought it, but not a nat 20.
Yeah, sure.
However, he spent his standard action talking to you, so he does, however,
Moving and
shout
taking out his weapons, too.
for his undead lupine friend to come over here and stand. Aletha, this kind of started as you were finishing putting your armor on, so you have your gear.
Not much I can do, so I'll just go total defense.
Okay. So Pretty Colors guy progresses toward not being out. And what did our sorceress do?
Cold spur. We'll see it. 14. Well, she steps on the back and then Cold spur. Surprise! Pocket color spray. DC 14 will.
Okay, he's down. Go ahead and do the rolls to see how long.
He's just like unconscious. There's not even a limit. Or I guess unconscious, blinded, and stunned for 4 rounds there, and then blinded and stunned for another 2 for another round, and then stunned for another round. So he's
Okay.
he's blasted as he slumps on down to the ground. But I did her move already.
Okay. Drake.
Looks toward the other kobolds, does a kind of group on me gesture, and waits at the door.
Okay. Now we'll step forward. Serena. Is actually gonna move on up. And she's gonna shout. She's gonna shout, give like a battle cry as she approaches this wolf. Landir, again, regarding Serena's battle cry, like, was that a friend of yours?
I hear nothing.
Nah,
You'll
still
well
still
over
hear
20
it.
before. Yeah, pretty sure you heard it.
If I recognize as a friend, then I'll say that I believe that all my compatriots, if you want to take the chance now, you could free me and escape. If not, I understand if you wish to stay here where you might have a safer life.
Okay. So progress. He's gonna kid kind of swallows his, takes a deep breath, swallowing his fear. Liberating command. So this is to get out of your cuffs. Make an escape artist check with a plus 16 bonus from his liberating command.
24.
He's gonna help you out. So that's 26. Let me check what the DC actually is. I think it is actually silly. Silly high. But these are common manacles. I didn't tell you to do that. Okay. It's not quite enough. So instead, yeah, and he doesn't have the fucking key. So yeah, it's not quite enough, sadly.
Okay.
Wolf here. See, our strength is not different. So our to hit roll is not different. He's gonna bite at Darby's character. That's not a crit threat, but 21 does hit. For fuck me 8 points of damage. And it gets a free trip attempt. That is... And that is... What's our CMB? It's only +2. Okay, that does not trip him. Aletha.
Alright, let Del move and dip over here. That's
Okay.
it.
Sorceress.
Moving around the corner there, seeing the thing that is there, she kind of shrieks back for a moment in fear before quickly trying to manifest something and shooting it at this abomination.
Yeah,
I believe this is a ray, and this is a range attack, so I think it's at -4.
Oh.
Range touch. So that's 6 to touch it. Fail. There's a ray of white energy sort of hits the wall nearby it.
Okay. Drake.
Okay. Moving out and up to, let's say, there. And, fuck is it? Ray of Frost.
You unquestionably cannot hit it from that angle.
Really? Okay.
There's an entire room in between.
It doesn't bend around.
There's a red or a green guy there.
Yeah, he's knocked the fuck out. Yeah.
Oh. Well, shit. Then I'm gonna continue with the double move.
We see another orc that's also knocked the fuck out.
Wow.
May as well continue
There.
anyway.
It's quite obvious they're combating something around the corner.
Okay.
And it doesn't sound like an orc.
I don't have Anu's stats, so he's gonna kind of sit back. In favor of Darby, whose stats I do have.
I was gonna say it's a ranged weapon anyway. Probably shouldn't be.
Oh, that's a hit. This is with a rapier, sadly. Does 5 damage with rapier, but kind of finds that it doesn't seem to do what it should do. Okay. And dear, yeah, with the situation you got going on with the manacles, there's really no way for you to do anything.
Okay.
Um, so this guy is progressing towards functionality. Another liberating command happens. Make a escape artist check with plus 16 bonus. He's aiding another again. Slip out of the manacles.
Woohoo!
So, yeah. Your feet are still bound, but that will do with your hands unbound. That does no more than that only slows your speed. So, yeah.
What's my speed with my feet like that?
I'm gonna say 10 feet.
Okay.
Actually, no. This is specifically made to make you not run away. So I'm gonna say 5 feet per round.
5 feet per round. Okay.
You could crawl faster.
The wolf misses. Letha.
Yeah, you can't do nothing here. So I'll just step in front of the cobalt. That's it. Total defense.
Okay. This guy is finally going to start progressing toward. Ready? I'm keeping track of. That's 15. Minus 4.
Well, it's only a -2, so it'll be a 13 against touch. Because she gets a +2 attacks.
Okay. Let's check. Do we get a resistance or immunity to cold is my question. Yep, we're immune to cold, so it doesn't do anything.
Alright, so, it shoots, and it doesn't seem to have any effect. Uh-oh!
And it's clear from the way it doesn't have any effect that won't work again.
She starts reaching for something else.
Drake.
We know that opening that door is bad. Do I know from being moved around what things are?
Yeah, you actually spent basically all evening last night in the room this door leads to.
Okay.
It's a bath.
Oh.
It's like
nice. Yeah, let's open the door and go in there.
Okay. You do see an orc. He is up against the corner, kind of frantically trying to get his armor on.
Well, opening the door and moving in, full round action, so that'll be it for me.
Let's get a turn for this guy. This is the guy who, you recall, this is the guy who gave that speech to you in the text RP. And Kevin, you have a very special relationship with this person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On now, seeing this happen. Gunfire. I'm gonna say that misses, for simplicity's sake. Well, it targets touch AC, and yeah, that would miss touch AC. Rena is seeing that her weapon doesn't really do anything, is gonna fall back. Landier, you just gotta wait to be able to make that escape artist check. This guy is progressing toward functionality. Liberating command. Oh yeah, you are no longer foot manticled.
Well, that's good. I'm still prone on the bed, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Breaking out was an immediate action because of the spell, so I will say you could have readied an action to stand up and go to the door or something.
Okay, if you say that, I will. I'll do that.
Or you could have, you could have delayed until you were.
Well, at least stand up and go to the door. I think that's fair.
So this guy, seeing you guys enter, he is going to basically, at this point, compromise the dawning, or nah. Nah, you just shot at him, or well, Anu just shot at him. So he is going to abandon donning his armor and double move to Anu. He's letting his armor fall down. In fact, he was in the bath, so his ass is naked.
Mm-hmm.
So you see everything. The wolf moved down. Oh look, a living thing.
Looks like an orc. I should note,
Yeah, that I'd forgotten about that.
but I don't think they're susceptible. I mean, unless it had a command to not attack orcs. I don't know.
Oh, it did. Of course it did. So yeah, it doesn't attack you. It's just like, in fact, yeah, it's just like, sup, Ba? Why don't you let me move through?
It's like reaching for something like, oh! It looks at it with like raised eyebrows, wide eyes, like, oh god.
Okay. Aletha.
Oh, yeah, I can't do anything, so total defense.
Could move into this room and attack this guy.
Yeah, I'll do it then.
His AC is low, but it is not quite that low. This guy gets closer to waking up, and we have a sorceress.
So she staggers back for a moment as the skeletal wolf comes around the corner. She looks at it, and then as she's like getting ready to defend herself, she sees like it's not attacking her immediately, and she's like, huh, and then she takes that as the opportunity to almost like command it, or like seeing that there's some apprehension that this thing has. Physically, she like does a stomp on her sort of illusory boot. She makes a stomp and gestures back and like makes a quick gesture as if to say, "You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be outside. What are you doing here?" kind of thing. Just. But I mean, that's I guess a standard action. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what she tries to.
Okay. It doesn't really seem to respond. Like it looks at you. It just sort of looks at you. It of course has skeletal malice in its eyes, but it also is like uncomprehending.
All right. Then like she sort of moves to show that like you're coming with me kind of thing. Like she's like, oh, kind of timidly, just shuffling around the thing and then down the hallway.
All
and
right.
like trying to keep its attention, but it's kind of hard when.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
Drake.
All right. Let's do that Ray of Frost thing. 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
Take number of damage.
Takes 5 points of damage.
Mhm.
So, Anau is cornered and doesn't want to provoke, so she's going to total defense. Serena kind of sees what you're doing in there and moves here and can now see what's going on in there, but doesn't really have a way in without again provoking an attack of opportunity. Landir.
Oh, by the way, is my gear within sight of this room? I can't imagine it would be, but
So you're in, let's see. You were in your armor when he knocked you out. Did he strip you? Yeah, he probably did. So you're in clothes. He would have dressed you back up again in clothes, but your gear is not. Yeah, your gear is not there.
would it have been in the closet where they found their gear?
Yes.
To the people who did that, would you have taken my gear with or left it where it was?
Probably left it.
Okay. And where is that on the map? Just so I know for reference.
Here.
Okay. Which door? I'm like, how many spaces away is it? I'm not sure how to get to that or the map.
These stairs lead to these stairs.
Okay. So...
And note that there is a wolf.
Ah.
Though, I wonder if he will attack you.
I'm guessing I would mark this as persona non grata. I don't think I have any good relationship with anyone that's here. Even my allies might attack me. Okay, so I open the door. I step in the hallway. I don't know who. I'm not really good at recognizing who's who yet.
That's
who's the left and right?
That's one of the orcs.
Okay,
and the orc is like gesturing at the other side. As skeletal dog is like. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what's this thing?
It's a wolf skeleton. So you see one of the orcs that you know lives here, seeming to command the skeletal wolf.
Okay. I can't really. All I can do is have a move action. Does either of them seem threatening to me?
So
orc is passed the fuck out. He's not down.
So no, one of the orcs, as in you, because you're a disguised one of the orcs, and Kevin, you do not know that has happened. So you think that's one of the orcs.
Right. Do I think I sense motive for? Is he aggressive towards me?
I will give that to you. You don't necessarily detect you don't detect non-aggression is the best way of putting it.
Okay.
Like,
Well, like I'll take that. So I have no actions left. I will stay where I am, and not in a mechanical way, but I will just be like on defense, but in no mechanical significance.
Okay.
Just that's not personal.
do you treat the wolf as an enemy for the purposes of his ability to move through your square?
If he seems to be passively moving through my square, I will allow it.
Okay.
If he's so I will skirt to the side and let him pass if it seems like that's what he's trying to do.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm not in the position to fight things that don't want to fight me at the moment.
This guy down here is kind of wakes up, but he's still stunned.
I'm blinded.
Yeah. So this kid walks out. He sees the undead, and he's like, "Sorry about that." He sees this orc who he recognizes, and sees this undead, and he almost looks to Landir as though for courage or guidance. Roll a charisma check.
Oh, that's the best thing for a half.
Okay. You're trying to inspire him. You don't inspire him. He kind of cowers in fear. He readies an what he actually will do is he'll ready an action to heal you.
Okay.
Because he has the action economy to do that with. So he may as well. But he doesn't think he can take any aggressive action against these guys. This guy, Aletha he's most concerned about you, and so he's going to attack you. He actually has a long sword and a short sword out, and he's dual wielding them.
Cool.
So long sword, short sword.
Yes.
As it should be. The wolf is able to walk right past these guys and is like, "What's up? Why are you calling me here? What's going on? What's going on?" Let me get him to a little less stretched. Aletha.
I will try to hit him this time, hopefully. No.
Okay. This guy progresses towards waking up. Sorcerer.
Mara looks at Landir. Landir, what do you look like? Do you have shackles around your wrists, around your arms? I know you've got
no longer.
No, I'm half orc.
That's a good question. Did you escape from one, or did you escape from both? Like,
you just noted that it was the leg thing that you were able to get out of. So
I'm looking at this. I'll look at the skill. What is it?
I'm gonna say so. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say you actually have you're not bound by them, but on your left wrist and right ankle, there's a dangling handcuff. See what I mean?
So I mean, the orc kind of very almost uncharacteristically, Landir kind of looks at you like surprised, and then sees you have no weapons or anything, and seeing that the manacles you have on your wrists and around your ankles, perhaps. And the orc just makes a gesture towards you, like a beckoning gesture, and then brings her attention back to the thing, and just time to leave. Just does double move. Oh, actually, can't do a double move. So essentially, using a standard action to essentially beckon the thing in like a demeaning, not really demeaning, but like in a strong manner. The thing like, you're following me now, you stupid monstrosity, kind of thing. Just body language wise,
Yeah.
like we're heading on out.
Drake.
Like I need you for something, kind of thing.
Blasting him again.
Okay. Oh, that hits.
4.
He takes 4. I'll now feel the same way as before about this. So
Hit him with her gun.
Dart
Like
that
a
would
club.
provoke is two reasons that's not happening. A, it would provoke. B, I don't have this sheet. Because
Well,
I didn't realize he wouldn't be here, so I didn't specifically ask for it. So Darby looks down at this stunned, blinded, fucked up orc who. So Serena has horrible memories regarding this orc. Kevin understands what I mean. So he's gonna Serena, she is gonna glare at him with special kind of hatred and rapier right through the throat, coup de grace. Eight. I heard an oh shit, by the way.
No comment. Remembering text roleplay stuff.
So, it gets a fortitude save to not die. So it's -1 compared to that. Nope. So it's no longer affected by your color spray, sorcerer, because it's dead.
correct.
And she will take a 5-foot step. Landir.
The orcs, do they actually have shields like they are on the icons?
Yes, they do.
Would retrieving that this one's color spray, that one's dead. Would it be a move action or a full round action standard to get the shield from them?
I will say that you're within a 5-foot step. So your 5-foot step, take the shield off, is. I'm going to say it would be a standard action. You can pick up 2 items. Yeah, considering that, I'm going to say taking it off will be. Taking it off, reaching down to take it off of someone else, though, will be a standard.
Okay, so I can. Okay, I got it. So 5-foot step, grab it as a standard, don it as a move, and that's my turn.
Donning it is a move action for you?
I'll double check, I believe.
Okay.
It's a standard. Shield any, don 1 move action. It's for any character.
Okay. And for sake of proficiency, I'll mention it's a heavy steel shield.
Right. Which is what I prefer.
Yeah. So this guy is getting closer. He's now only stunned. He can see you now. So this kid, he's looking around. He's between this wolf, these orcs, and he's gonna fight. He again looks to you for like I don't know if I can do this.
I could try the charisma thing again.
You can. You can. If it's better, make it a diplomacy check.
I don't imagine why that would be better, but I can check.
Well, if you had ranks in it, it would be better.
Yeah, I don't think I did. No, it's equal.
Okay. So, our two-handed guy is going after Letha again. Long sword. Short sword is a crit threat. 16 will not confirm. Still, Bastard does get to do damage to you. 7 points. So this skeletal wolf is once again like, I don't understand what's going on. Why are you calling me? What's going on? This thing here. Letha.
Hopefully it does better this time.
God damn it. His AC is so low. So that orc is outrightly dead and doesn't need a turn anymore. Sorceress.
Yeah, well, she like looks back at the hallway. She doesn't know what the fuck the prisoners are doing. So she's okay. She's got this monstrosity that's following her. So she's gonna like try to gesture, like go out, go out, and almost like taking a step on over like outside. Go out.
Okay. Um, it it just kind of tilts its head like that. It doesn't do that.
But she's sort of like a little frustrated. She shrugs, but she looks at the hallway to see, like, waiting for the others to come out. That's the term.
Drake.
Last verse, same as the first. Probably not. It's touch attack. Does he have a -2 dex for any reason?
No. He's a 2-weapon fighter, so it can't be that bad. Oh no. Doesn't want to block Aletha's ability to get back in. So isn't going to do that. Serena is in no similar way. Serena is also non-suicidal, so she's gonna walk over here and stab down at the unconscious guy. I'm gonna go for the auto hit there. Actually, for fun, it still hits because his AC is quite fucking low at this moment. Manages to inflict 2 points of damage. And is threatening Landir.
Is this coup de grace the one next to me?
Most certainly.
Okay, I will do that. 4, because it's not spiked. 8 points of damage.
Failed fortitude save.
Oh, actually, yeah, it would be more than that. I just rolled a single hit, but anyway, doesn't matter.
Okay. So the kid, seeing you triumph so forcefully over one of his captors, he still needs inspiration, but do it again. This time, take a +4 bonus.
Okay.
So he does see Darby. So you're gonna move over here. He's gonna turn, and he's going to see Darby injured and heal him. I would like people who are capable of it. Please make spellcraft checks to identify this spell.
Okay.
Okay.
I have no abilities of that nature.
Yeah, with a
If
20.
I can even see it.
Uh, you can hear it, which is enough.
Sure.
So DC is, I don't know that they're that high. This is certainly a common spell, so it should probably be lower than normal. But this is Cure Serious Wounds, and he cast it. Wasn't using a wand or anything.
Fuck. Oh.
He seems like he might actually, be pretty damn mighty. So Ranger will turn his attacks on Anu, because he can't 5-foot step across the pool there. Fail. Fail. Very glad those were unambiguous. So the wolf is kind of just sitting there. He's just gonna kind of wander. He's maybe sort of goes here. Maybe looks back down the hall, just curious. Letha.
Alright, only 5 foot back in and I'll attack defensively, so here we go.
You hit
Yay!
because he's unarmored. Sorceress's turn. Hello?
Sorry. She does the same, trying to keep the attention of the skeletal creature, trying to feebly and unsuccessfully perhaps get it like away and outside while looking at, she's trying to understand like what could they possibly be doing. And then, like, here he kind of sees that the one half orc like brutally and savagely killing something with the shield. There's no heroic actions about it. You're killing a man with a shield. That's nasty. But right, you're using the shield, Landir?
Yeah, if you want me to describe it, he's using a shield, and not only is he using a shield, he's using his other hand to really drive it into the guy's like head, just to really ram it home.
So
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Y'all seen the scene in Game of Thrones where
yes, I was about to make
Tyrion
that
kills the guy with
comparison.
the shield? I mean, it's it's not pretty.
It is not.
So she's like, okay, maybe that's what they're doing. I guess that guy's a prisoner too. And I guess they're, I don't know. She's like amazed, but that's essentially what she will be doing for like the next 5 rounds, essentially. Just trying to keep the attention of the skeletal wolf, and like befuddled. And she's gonna wait 5 turns, and if they don't come out, then she's piecing the fuck out.
If you call for aid, I will come and try to beat that thing up for you if you want it. But
No, she doesn't call or anything. She's just like befuddled, confused.
Okay.
That's it.
Enemy takes 5.
Enemy is rendered unconscious.
And then move. Kobold team probably advances.
Anu. And it's gonna move on forward. Serena. Seeing that, it's gonna move on.
Are there any enemies left in initiative?
Wolf.
Okay. Can't. Where's?
Yeah, where's... Oh, I see it. It's up here. Can you color that thing for us?
I think I
Oh!
already did. I didn't.
I completely. I would never have found that.
Yeah.
That doesn't help.
Give it an aura or something, like a 5-foot aura maybe. It's really hard to see that thing.
Blue? Oh shit.
That. Let me try a 0-foot aura. Yep, that does it.
That's perfect.
Um,
Yeah, that rug is completely obscuring that thing.
yeah, that's because I tinted it the same color. Hold on. Let's
No,
make.
no, yeah, now it's fine.
Let's do that.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, Serena kind of walks out here. Landir.
Okay. So, that thing is the only enemy I see. 5, 10. I can't run up and attack it. Yeah, I guess I would go move up, double move up to there.
Okay. Take another +2 bonus for bravely encountering this.
Is it on top of the +4?
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
Thank you. He channels positive energy to harm undead. God.
Oh.
So, this is almost certain to eliminate it completely. Well, okay, so it's just a matter of level. Doesn't have anything special associated with it. No, this is a number of d6. All right.
Nice.
If we save for half, we're not killed by it. So we need to make a will save. We do not save for half. So we take a bunch of positive energy damage. So that will end combat.
All right. Just from our knowledge, we would basically know. Is that all the orcs that were in the vicinity?
I mean, that's all the ones you've detected.
Okay. If we're out of combat, I would go to wherever the items were stored and get my gear back and don my armor if I have time to do that. And then we would loot the place of everything that's not nailed down.
What are you doing? We have to get out of here. As the orc's form breaks away. Come on.
Okay.
Okay. Not everything not nailed down, but everything that's easily gettable then with that request.
So
Get your thing. We're leaving. as this strange
In
human
the
woman
time-
is trudging on out.
In the time necessary for Landir to get his things, a little bit of looting can be done.
That's right.
If Landir's getting his things, you guys can at least loot the bodies.
Of course.
So Kevin,
Yep. From what we had before, I just want to delete that and then just start
Yeah.
anew.
yeah. So from
Except the rogue.
from the ranger,
Just give me 1 second. I want to. Cheats are being goofy. Can I not select multiple rows? Okay, thank you. Okay, go.
Masterwork longsword.
Okay.
Masterwork short sword.
Okay.
Chainmail.
Okay.
5 GP.
Okay.
From each of the 2 orcish guards you killed. Breastplate. Longsword.
Okay.
Heavy steel shield.
Okay.
15 GP.
Okay. What about the chief?
He's nowhere to be found.
Oh, he was not involved. I thought that was that guy.
No, that was that. So I say you have a special relationship with him. This is the guy who was out whipping you out back while you were. That's him.
Then as I pass by, I coup de grace him.
Okay.
If I see him through the open door, which I probably would.
All right.
So that's the easily obtainable loot. Since I was put on a timer.
One other thing that would be easily obtainable would be the book.
Description for the book. Do we have that?
It's a copy of Power and Labor, the holy book of. Wait, if people, well, it's from the text role play that it's the holy book of Lanishra. And by the way, the breastplate, longsword, heavy steel shield. Go ahead and put that down twice again for blue and yellow down here that were killed at the campsite.
Okay, so you definitely could circle back there at our leisure.
No, they grabbed it as they left.
Oh, they did. I didn't hear that part. Okay. Okay, that I got all of that, and it's understandable since we do know that there are more orcs that we didn't kill. That it makes sense to try and get while the getting's good.
The name's Damara. Been sent here by a member of your company. They have horses out at a camp nearby. Come with me. She starts leading the others as they finish gathering whatever they are gathering.
All right. So the camp is essentially just a spot with horses.
Yep.
And like
Essentially.
an attempt to conceal them.
Yeah. No bedrolls are out, no tents or anything like that, or fire pit.
Okay.
Just Jason and Thulthane are there, like tending to their wounds.
Cool.
So the thing is about that survival check you rolled earlier. You guys, and of course you have a company of slaves with you who are who some of them are more dead weight than others. Is Thulthane at the fake camp, by the way?
Yeah, him and Jace are using that healer's kit. that Jace had on the both
All
of
right.
them as they're waiting to see any light, a signal, which she gives. Just makes a little light, like, oh, there's okay. Then from the camp, Damara makes a little light,
So,
and they go to respond with another light, like, okay, cool, come.
all right. So, as our main company here sort of leaves the castle, you guys, I'm not even gonna let you roll for stealth. You guys are fucking. There's like 12. There's more than a dozen of you, and most of y'all don't have no ranks and shit. So you make noise.
Yep.
And so sort of as you're exiting toward the camp, go ahead and show me how your procession is headed. Like organize the procession for me. So there's let's see, 1,
Damara's probably out in front,
2,
with
3,
2 kobolds, 2 horse.
4. There are no horses as of this point. 5,
Yeah.
Shit, kobolds in the back then.
It is nighttime too, I believe.
7.
It should be. So.
So you have actually only 7 slaves. That seems wrong, but okay. Or well, 8, 9, 10 because of the kobolds. So, and then the rest of you. Let's see. We want to be toward the front because we're a ranged weapon user. The kid, this kid here, Aletha, seeing you're injured, runs up to you and pumps positive energy into you until you're better. You take.
Spell or channel energy?
This is a spell.
I have to roll for it.
It is
So-
again cure serious wounds.
Is it fortitude to resist or will?
Probably will.
You have a flaw that makes you roll to resist.
Yeah, well, I need to do 50% first, so under 50, I have to roll. Okay.
All right.
That catches the Damara. She turns. It just doesn't say anything. But like looks at that kid like, huh?
Okay. So you take 25 points of healing. You're
Yeah.
good. So is that what your procession looks like?
Yeah.
Which way, like, which way is forward?
Left.
I don't. Was there a reason why the caster is in front? I'm usually the.
Showing you to the camp.
Ah, okay. I'll just
The
go.
apparent where apparently there are others.
Okay.
Okay. On your way there, you do, there are some, there are some other orcs about patrolling. Let me.
You should know we have no light among us, but that doesn't really affect anything.
Yeah, that doesn't.
I have dark vision.
That makes them
I mean,
not.
some of us have.
That makes them detect. That makes you get detected slightly less automatically.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you are, and the castle's nowhere near. This is just land. But yeah, you do. There are some patrolling orcs that sort of wander by. They see you.
For those of us that don't have dark vision, can we get a perception roll to see if that we've been spotted, or is it just gonna?
Yeah, you're in. So under. there's like moon and stars and shit. So the condition here is low light, not dark.
Okay.
So it's not pitch black because there are celestial bodies that exist. And so go ahead and give me roll initiatives. Okay, I'll give you a turn. Okay. Is that everyone?
Looks like it.
So Aletha, you get to go first. I'll position these guys like as yonder.
I'll move there and ready an attack if they come close enough.
Landir.
Distance 30. Move action to activate power attack with martial flexibility and move up.
Okay. Actually, she's gonna double move, can she? Double move, she can get all the way to here. Okay. So the kid, again, he's kind of fearful, but he's been somewhat inspired. He's been quite a bit inspired. Um, so it occurs to me he has remove fear, but he's not gonna cast remove fear on himself. Instead, he is going to cast. He's actually going to cast. I'm actually going to say he did this. It'll be his turn here, but his turn is that I get to say he did this earlier. He cast Shield Other on you, Landir. This orc here doesn't know much about much, but knows better than to allow himself to be flanked. And that's a crit threat. That shouldn't confirm, I hope.
No, let me. What's my actual AC is 17, so no.
But you only take 6 points of damage because of lifelink.
Ah. Okay. First level is a bastard.
Drake.
2 enemies.
Yes.
Okay. $530. And let's see if I can. Oh, I can. I'm gonna tap brown.
That hits touch.
Yep.
Anu takes a 5-foot step. Rolls to hit. Misses. Sorcerer.
Mara steps forward, seeing. Oh, we've been spotted. She's been conjuring magics. These geometric symbols begin to appear before her, before fading away briefly as this individual has to do a will save against DC 13.
It's attack.
Is that attack? I heard attack. I did hear attack.
There's
Sorry, I was up last night studying for my finals.
What the heck?
You
Yeah.
have background noise.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
background noise that needs to.
person's dazed.
All right. So they lose their next turn.
They have fewer than 4 hit dice.
Okay. Oh, loses the next
4
turn.
or fewer.
Aletha.
All right. We'll charge the orange with the brown.
All right, roll. That hits. You do 6 points of damage, Landier.
5 feet for flanking. Oh, D20. 17 to hit.
Actually, no.
Okay. That's my turn.
Yeah, I realize. Serena is gonna take a 5-foot step. Swing and a miss. This guy here is going to step up. Selective channel. Channel positive energy.
Now you say this is a kid. How old is this?
Like 10 to 12.
Okay. Cool.
So 8 points of healing for both Landier and him. This guy does not care for this flankedness. So he's gonna step and target Aletha. Miss Drake.
Firing on brown again.
Okay,
13. Probably not.
that does hit touch.
Oh, cool. 4. This is cold if it matters.
Yeah. And it's Anu's turn. So, Deck, could you roll 20 if you would? I'll give him a link. Except I don't have one because we've been going for a while. So,
It's in general. I'll just repay.
so yeah. While we're getting that worked out, Sorcerer, go ahead, go.
Did we change room for some reason?
What?
Cool. All right, so she conjures another ray of frost and misses.
Okay.
He's not dazed anymore. He's immune to that for the next minute.
Okay. Anu, can you get into the chat and play the game? Or are you too out of it? Okay, well, it's that one's turn next. He will swing his sword at Landir. Probably not. Aletha. Aletha. Aletha, I'm not hearing you. Hello? Would someone like to speak to me? Just to confirm that that's not the problem? Hello? Hello?
Hello. Yep.
Yo.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are people playing this game? Is everyone here? Wake up.
Okay.
I moved to
Discord
attack.
restarted for me.
Yeah, Discord had a hiccup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'll move to attack.
So, Aletha moves and attacks, and 8 points of damage are dealt. Deck, you go ahead. Do you want to go ahead and take your turn? Okay. Would be
Let me my sheet up. I'm almost there. Almost there. So have we got our stuff back yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where exactly are we?
We're all
You've
at
currently been freed, and you are on your way away from the ruined keep when you are spotted by orc scouts. You are currently trying to dispatch them.
Lower left hand of the map.
Yep.
Okay.
There's also a 10-year-old kid with extraordinary supernatural abilities that is among the slaves.
He may or may not kill us all.
I don't think firing a gun would be the wisest action. For they're loud.
You throw a boot at him.
Do what?
Never mind. Do your turn.
DM,
Yes?
if I fired the gun, how loud would that be and would it alert people inside the ruins?
They've been dispatched.
Well, the ones that we fought on the way
We know
out.
there are at least some that are not represented in the dead.
Yeah. Might be a calling card if you let out a big gunfire. It's like nighttime, we're trying to escape.
I'm gonna shoot this one.
Okay. That does hit touch. And that does take it down. Combat ends. I'm going to give you loot for each of those guys.
Yep.
Each of them had a long sword, a heavy steel shield, and a masterwork breastplate.
Quickly take what you can. To be off to the camp. There's more scouts, I'm sure, out this night.
Yeah. Thing about that sort of is, by the way, one more piece of loot. The wolf actually had on him an exotic military saddle. If you'd write that down.
Okay. Okay, got it.
And I'm actually going to go ahead and give you 2 other pieces, or 2 other things, just because you were in there. If you were in there, you know, you could have looted the place pretty well, even in a short time, because none of this was hidden. In the room you had started in there was fine clothing worth 50 GP, and a golden unholy symbol of Lanishra worth 100 GP. And that rug on the castle floor there is worth 100 GP.
Okay. Got all that.
Okay. And, yeah. But yeah, also, you know, the gunshot thing is, Tack is right about the gunshot. So about 10 rounds pass as you guys sort of progress. Maybe you get back into formation.
Yep, obviously we do.
Button.
Rolling up a rug, I'm not sure why they're doing that or anything. Damara, this other human, obviously, has some supernatural ability with magic. She's like, again, just like as some of the others grab what they can, as if they were scavengers or filthy beggars. Perhaps they are. She doesn't know. But all the while, this woman keeps reinforcing, "What are you doing? We have to go. Be quick. Stop shooting whatever that thing is. Move quickly and quietly." Ugh.
We have moved some distance away, right?
Yeah. So, you know what? Yeah, I'll put this one off actually. Do you know what? No, gunshot. I mean, the gunshot. So, no, do you know what? No, I know exactly what I'll do. Okay. So yeah, you guys will go ahead and arrive at the camp. Um,
I will say, like, perception rules are pretty stupid in Pathfinder, where things quickly become impossible to detect with distance. Some of these things, depending on how far away they are, it's not like real life where it would go for miles. It does peter off. +1 for every 10 feet.
Well, come along. There are 5 horses, and both dwarf and mercenary.
Yeah, so you see Thulthane there. Damar brings to a camp. The dwarven man Thulthane is there, as well as another armed individual. Good, good, good. Come on, y'all. Get on a horse now.
Cure moderate wounds on each of you.
Oh,
The kid
catch
says
the eye of
you look
Thulthane.
hurt.
Boy, what are you doing there?
May
Are
I
you
heal
okay? Heal me? What do you mean?
I can heal things. May I heal you?
What do you mean you could heal thing? You're just a boy. Come on, get on a horse. Enough of this playing around. Come on.
All right. So he gets healed on a horse.
2 kobolds to a horse.
I'm gonna
You
say,
probably have 3 kobolds.
yeah,
Or at least
kobolds
4.
are kobolds, so
Obviously, Thulthane and Jace have their own horse, and whoever else gets on doesn't really matter. Damar probably go on with Jace. Maybe just one of the other prisoners goes on with Thulthane or a member of the company. As everything's packed and ready to go. It's good to see y'all relatively okay, it seems. Was there much difficulty going on in there? I take your silence as no.
so we have a
Yeah, this would be the time when Darby would have some RP potential, but
he's not gonna talk about that.
I was treated much more favorably than most, but there were some horrible things that occurred within those walls.
To that I have no doubts.
I'm gonna
Orcs
say
are known for their
convicted as
hospitality.
slave. So
Try to get here as quickly as I can.
So how are we distributing? I mean, slaves and horses, like, because
There's not enough horses.
yeah,
So
that's clearly
well,
that's clearly the case.
some of them are moving.
They ain't
I'm
us. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
we can just walk alongside at 30 feet, speed.
Or like one of them gets on with Thulthane. If you're using that little formation there.
So
How far away are we from wherever we started, where we got the job?
A few miles.
2 miles.
Be a bit of a ride, but hopefully the night will help us with some cover. No. What Jace here, gestures to the other armed men, has told me They have scouts out, the orcs, that is. They're not mounted, though, but there may still be some that are.
Hmm.
Those of you that know how to ride, take the reins. Those of you that do not, get on if there's room.
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna say all 4 kobolds can get on a horse. I'm gonna be very generous with this.
All right.
But even even at my most generous, with like three to a horse, there's still with so 4 kobolds on 1 horse, and then 3 to a horse otherwise. There's still 4 of you unaccounted for.
I'm fine. I mean, obviously, if speed's an issue, I can let them go ahead, and I can just try and make my way on my own. I have night vision. I can be a little more stealthy than most.
Are you sure?
I can take care of myself.
All right then. You should stay close. Landir, get on my horse here.
No, I'm not going on the horse. I'm saying I'm going to either try to keep my best to keep up, or just fall back and let you go on ahead and.
All right then.
Make our way.
I guess you're right. You'd be less susceptible to their hostilities. All right, let's get on riding then. Y'all been through enough.
I can walk.
All right then.
Okay. That opens up a slot for a rider.
Does anyone not have 30-foot speed? That's not on a horse. Okay, then we're probably.
Do you have the 5? Okay, so those are the 5 horses there. Okay. So now 2 of those horses, Dolphine and Jace, would already be on. So I'm just gonna move those horses because fuck those schmoes. They're not PCs, so they get lower priority. Move them there in that sort of fashion. One of them, get on back with Thulfane, and then we got Landir, Anau, and 3 others that are on foot.
Okay. All right then.
So it's like what, 9 rounds per mile, roughly, if we're just doing double move, less, and then half that if we're running, which you probably wouldn't be because it's trying to be a little stealthy.
If you're going for like a jog, I mean, those that aren't mounted, perhaps they're just jogging.
Mm-hmm.
Run a mile, run a couple miles at night after being tortured. It's great. If you have a Constitution score,
you can go. You can march 8 hours without any issue.
That would be them. They would be like double moving.
Yeah, I was talking about double moving, not running.
oh, all right then.
So yeah, they do get a distance, and as you guys move though, your procession is again noisy, and not. So as you guys sort of head out, roll perception for me. With 25, you, Anu, definitely realize, actually, you see it. You see it in the distance, and Lander, with your dark vision, you would see this too. There's you actually seem to they're not headed toward you, but you're in the vicinity of a scouting party. of another one like the last one.
Okay, I have a question. Are we below the river Esk, or are we down towards closer to the Eskel River?
You would, I think, be south of the River Esk.
Yeah, okay, so here's a question. Which way is the scouting party coming from?
Well, they're not. We'll say, let's see. Let me get the map of Belkzen so I can get my geometry right here. So, yeah, you guys are like, yeah, you guys are south of the River Esk, so you'd be headed, uh, like, yeah, you'd be like just south of Ghostlight Marsh, headed, east. And so the scouting party is to the north.
Either we can turn south and cross into Laswell territory that way, or just kind of push east quickly.
Yeah.
I believe it would be
So,
better to push south.
so are you guys doing anything now that you know there's a scouting party? Like hide yourselves? You're stopping?
Why would we stop?
What we can do is just move everybody from the horses and then walk close to the horses, because then it'll look like it's just a herd of horses.
Well, I was thinking you stop to avoid making noise, and then take a few seconds to look at their pattern. Are they coming towards us or away from us in general?
They're not coming toward us, but they're in our vicinity.
Right, but like as we watch them, what do they do?
They're not like headed straight towards you, but they're on like a patrol path, or a route that you realize will take them to where you need to, either where you are / where you need to be.
Okay.
They're on a collision course with you, in other words.
Mm-hmm.
So I do agree. Everybody dismount, and then we start heading south.
Okay. So
All right.
Well, what we could do is move the horses back and then let two of these stealthier people scout and watch them from a distance and see what their pattern does.
Okay. If you wait a while to like observe their pattern, does that happen?
What would you consider a while?
Like, and it's like, here's another question: is it like they're obviously going to be heading toward us at some point?
Like, please understand, they're in sight, so they're not very far away.
Okay.
Like, they're... Like, if one of you yelled, they would hear you. Like, that's just to give it a sense of, like, the level of... Okay.
So, is this open lands or dunes?
It's pretty flat. It's flat enough that I'm not doing anything with terrain.
Okay.
So, so yeah, Aletha, the villagers will follow. or at least several of them, will follow you as you sort of head away. So is the group splitting up, or do you guys go the same way?
We'll follow. I'll follow
Okay.
this.
So you detour south. Um, is everyone dismounted?
Said we were, so
Okay.
I guess.
So you guys, your inherent speed is like 20 feet. So as is there. So basically, as time goes on, like in terms of like movement, in theory, neither of you would gain on the other. But since you're a large group, and 20 feet is an approximation, so I'm gonna say, in all likelihood, uh, they'll start to get a little closer.
If it's, I mean, is it obvious if they're coming after us, or are they still seeming like they're
Again,
attempting
they seem
to...
like it's hard to tell, but they seem oblivious to you.
Let's say keep heading south of it. You will hit the Castell River.
Okay. So, yeah, you travel south for a while. You eventually do hit the Kestrel River. You're at this point, you're not far from let's see, geometry. Everstand is on the Kestrel River. At this point, you're probably not far from Castle Everstand. Um,
Is Everstand a taken city, or has it fallen, or is it?
Everstand is held by Lastwall.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to cross the river.
Yeah.
I think it has a bridge.
Yeah, Everstand, it's like structure-wise, it's almost reminiscent of the Twins in terms of there's like keeps on both sides of the river, so no one can really cross the bridge without Everstand's permission.
Where is the bridge?
I mean, it crosses the river. It's
From
you're
where
still
we?
I say you're not far. Like you're still a distance from it. Like just when you get to the river, it's maybe another mile or so downstream.
How deep is the river?
Uh, it's pretty deep. It's a significant river, and yeah.
We have to move
Yeah.
up river or down river, depending on where the bridge is at compared to where we're at.
Let me check the geometry. See which way would be downhill. You would be moving downriver. I mean it's the rainy season too, so the water is not shallow and it's not calm.
We have to move quickly down river.
All right. Okay.
We should also realign ourselves as we're going down the river and keep us our side as a group facing the way of the orcs, or the orcs are coming from. And then have all the horses, have the villagers, and then the horses nearby, or like away, like toward the edge of the river.
Okay. So.
Kind of forming a wall.
Okay. I get it. So. So yeah,
I would try to organize them into 2 columns, just to make it look like that might be a patrol or some sort on this side of the river. So if they decide,
all right. So go ahead and arrange yourselves how you want to be. Um,
Hold on. So we're arranging ourselves something.
2 columns with us closest to where the orcs are coming from, with the villagers near the river.
Yeah, make sure you're off your horse when you're like on the inside.
And the horses between us and the people.
Okay.
It's to form 2 lines, because if we do form 2 lines, we can make it look like we're a patrol of some kind. And if they see us first, they might think, okay, they're really close by. There could be a patrol. There's another patrol by if they don't make it back, blah blah, and so forth. And it would allow the people who are ranged to sit on the horses and look like commanding officers, while the people who are melee.
Okay, consider we've been walking on foot dismounted for how long? We suddenly mount up.
It's either the ranged mount up because we know that there's a fight coming sooner or later, or we're all gonna walk on foot and have the melee guys a extra rank between us, between all the melee, or between all the ranged.
For this patrol, how many?
all you see is just like 2 orcs.
You just want to like kill them and get this over with?
No.
Okay. It's not like these were dastardly villains we had a hard time beating. We're doing pretty well with these combats so far, especially with 20 people, 20 things that can help us.
Okay. So you walk, and hours pass. Um, and uh, um, let's just say it's 4. Um, so you keep marching, and it's like it's coming up on daylight by the time you reach Castle Everstan. Give me a survival check, someone. Just see how well are you guys covering your tracks. Okay.
Versus Jace. You're still thinking the other helping. They don't help. The 23rd.
Okay. Okay. So All right. There you go. And I'm gonna say like, early into the dawn, like late, like late enough that it's now bright light out, and that will start to disadvantage the orcs. Because they're at this point, as I have a thought process. For what I'm gonna say, one of them that a group of them does eventually catch up to you. It just takes a lot longer. Because like it doesn't make sense for you guys to be able to just fucking vanish on for a group of 20 people to just fucking vanish.
Yep.
So it's just a matter like they basically take 20 in order to find you. So let's clear. So it's the morning. It's bright and early in the morning. I could be mean and make you all be fatigued, but I don't feel like that. Okay.
Yeah, still not working.
Is there a break or something? It's a bit
No,
quiet.
I'm getting initiatives together. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Here. Let's give a turn to you. Give a turn. Give a turn. Okay. Anyone not there? I don't see land deer.
I had 10.
Okay, go ahead, put that there. Put that in.
I didn't see. Oh, I have my token on there. Okay, I see it now.
Okay. And I don't see tack. Think that's everyone who needs a turn. I'll go ahead and roll for tack. Just assume that. Okay.
I did roll.
Oh, put it in then. Okay. Let's.
Because I tied with Lander.
Okay.
We both have the same initiative score.
All right. So as these orcs approach you, Serena gets the first move. She is actually going to charge. First their flat foot. That is no. Drake.
Hops on horse. Motions for Kobold team to get on horse.
We don't need music. Okay.
Jace, seeing that, he goes for the arbalist, the heavy crossbow, and he aims it at the pink-colored orc there, and he shoots. Though that'll be a miss, I assume, with an 11.
Yeah, and he's also taking like a lot for shooting through all those things.
-4.
Probably more.
Why?
Because there's several things. Or moving there he wouldn't, so Thulthane.
Well, yeah, like he moved. Obviously, he's not gonna. He goes under the horse, and he shoots. And Thulthane is just surprised. He'll take out a sling and he'll attack.
Okay.
And misses.
I'm gonna go back to
Attacking
music.
pink one. What was that?
This is better. Aletha.
Alright, must well. So yeah, so I will draw my sword along the way, go there to attack the green one.
Okay. Crit threat. That does not confirm, but 9 brings him down.
Yeah.
So this creature, it looks like a giant lizard. It's this immense lizard moves with a slow but relentless gait. Its feet end in large talons, and ropes of drool hang from its toothy maw. So it is going to move over to you and make an attack. So that's where are you? There you are. It will not hit. Okay. Kid is gonna run up here and once combat is started, he has no time for your incredulity. He channels positive energy. So Thulthane and the fighter, you both feel positive energy wash over you.
Yeah. That draws the attention of Thulthane immediately. Like he turns as he feels like, where the hell is this coming from? And he's looking. He sees the kid. Is the kid holding anything, like a holy symbol?
No.
Noted. This Damara, she sees sort of been spotted. Takes out her wand of sleep and sort of sleeps in that sort of area. It affects 4 hit dice of creatures, so whoever's the highest, it goes against that first. DC 11 rolls. Well, does a Wand of Sleep take a full round action like the spell, or is it a stay?
Wands are not full round actions.
Even if the spell was a full round action?
Yes. That is one of the many wonderful things about wands. However,
Okay, cool.
that critter is, and I'm hearing it twice, because I forgot to mute this one. Hold on. There we are. And let me actually roll that. So, the orc is asleep, but the lizard is not.
That's okay. As he slumps to the bed.
Landir.
Are the horses allies for the purposes of moving
Yes.
through? Okay. I double move there, provoking from the lizard. Was the 13 the hit?
Yes.
Okay, that misses. Okay. So, moving on.
Sleeping Anu.
I'm going to kneel down and fire at the lizard.
Okay. Not 11, no. Okay. Dead. Serena 5-foot step. Here, no. You can just go. Serena. 5-foot step. And 17 hits the lizard. Does 6 damage. Drake.
Have the rest of the kobolds mounted up by the time?
Yes.
Okay. We take off.
Okay.
That away.
Jace goes here, taking out his sword as he moves, gets there, and with two hands he strikes at the lizard, or tries to, as he moves on ahead. That'll be a 14 disease.
No. Belthane.
Belthane throws his sling, and he misses. Not even gonna roll. I will, but now with the -4, that'll be 13. That misses. That's my turn.
Okay. Yeah. Aletha.
I will try to down this lizard.
Seven points of damage happen. It didn't very much like that. Is going to try to nibble at you. $21.
That hits.
Okay. I need a fortitude save. That's gonna be good. You do, however, take 7 points of damage. Kid So Kobold's moved 50 feet.
Whatever the speed of the horse is, sure.
He's gonna walk over, and he's gonna cast Remove Fear.
Oh, it's not fear of these people or anything. But he can do whatever he wants.
Why, by the way?
Why?
Yeah.
Not being taken alive, no faith in the party because last time we were with them we got captured.
I should make mention that you were freed by one person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you say the dwarves bad luck?
What I'm saying is that you're all incompetent. No, I'm just kidding.
Kobolds have a long history of being enslaved. If they can attempt to be free, they're going to.
Darn right.
Sorcerer.
Bolt of translucent energy is going to manifest and slam into the lizard, dealing 4 damage.
Combat ends.
Boom! Smacks it in the face. Now, as it is dispatched, was the orc dispatched, or is he still just sleeping?
He's still just sleeping. I assume he's coup de grace next round, unless he's either coup de grace or bound, probably.
Well, if it's not by one of the company doesn't say anything, then Jace he just goes.
Yeah.
This other dark-skinned, armed man who just brings a sword. And as he does that, Tholthane will make his way on over to the lizard. And as he does, he'll bend down for a moment. His eyes will just flush white for a moment as he touches the thing to try to understand what it is, what its strengths and weaknesses are. As I use one of my abilities, and it's as if I rolled a 20 on whatever knowledge roll is appropriate.
Okay. So it's actually a Komodo dragon, or the stat block is called Monitor Lizard.
Tholthane relays this.
Yeah. They're normally bigger than this. This one seems to be an adolescent. Their bite is poisonous.
Has poison and venom in it.
Yeah.
Perhaps a pet of these scouts here.
Yeah.
I guess they could be domesticated in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's not unheard of for them to be used by orcs as war beasts. Though it wouldn't normally you would wait till they were grown-ups.
Now, does somebody know where in the hell is that kobold going with that horse?
They're galloping away. Let's continue.
They what?
They
Call
are...
back on over here.
Well, let's just get to the castle Everstand.
All right then, Kobold. I'm sure we'll need some help. I doubt there's many humans that done seen this kind. Go back to my horse and everyone else. Make our way over there. After, I assume, taking things from off these orcs. Tholthane does share a few words. He doesn't immediately go to the horses and head on out. Just as they're stripped of their belongings, Tholthane does take a knee, and he just quietly bows his head as he speaks in Dwarven a few prayers to these 2 lost souls, not counting the animal for some reason, and blessing their guidance in finding the River of Souls, eventually make it to the Grey Lady. May your next life be one of higher virtue. As he gets back on up.
Yeah. So
Should we make our way to the keep? The river keep.
yeah. So you do actually find you do actually manage to get to it.
On the way there, there's a sign scratched in common on a chalkboard. Running from orcs, please allow entry.
The hell is
Okay.
that?
We got
We
there
all make of
first, so we
this.
needed a way to get through it.
We all make of this. You think that kobold done dropped us here?
No, that's at the fort with the rest of the kobolds.
So
you're
as you
showing
kind
it
of
to them.
go,
Yeah.
as you kind of head toward, Kobold kind of whispers, kind of picks up on where your destination is. He's like, he actually asks, he's like, can we should depart at this point. We should be off.
Okay. Stops horse.
Yeah. So the kobolds and in front of you guys, the kobolds will each dismount, and they will leave because they want nothing to do with Castle Everstand.
Where the hell are those folk going now? As we catch up, I call out to the other kobold as I see them leaving. Where are they going?
Arms palm up, confused. Hold sign back towards keep.
Nasty little creatures they is. Someone hail them to keep. I think the kobold ain't having much luck.
Okay.
I just gestured to the human. And I gesture to Alethea, hail him as we approach the keep.
Okay. You're definitely spotted as you approach the keep. Yeah, you are, as I say, you're definitely spotted as you approach the keep. The lookouts, there's a lookout on top of the keep, on the top of the wall. The layout of the keep is, I compared it to the twins earlier. Basically, the way it works is that there's there's sort of a smaller gatehouse, or a small gatehouse might not be the right word, like a small sort of closed off area and the entrance to the bridge is inside that.
I'll post a map of Everstead.
And on the other side of the bridge then leads into also the keep. So yeah.
Cool. Wipes chalkboard, returns to part of the group.
Bunch of mutes. Hail there! We're coming. We come out from a ruined place. I know the name of the ruined fort. I got prisoners with me. Traveling on through. Open up the gates.
Right, make a diplomacy check.
They obviously see that there are people in rags and
Yeah.
disheveled and tired and ragged.
Yeah. I mean, I was just seeing if you absolutely fuck up. Most, even,
Roll until you fail. It's a good mindset to have.
um, so
I'll wait for a response.
let's see, says, I see. Hold on. And he, goes downstairs, and there's actually two of them. So as he goes down, his partner says, you know what, actually, no, you're not gonna have a shouting conversation. He's just gonna go down, and, as you go down, I want you to roll a perception check. Let me,
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's rolling or if anyone's here right now, but I'll just wait until whatever the guy's doing does his thing.
okay.
Oh, someone's here. Look at that.
Alright. So, with a 21, Tack, you actually think you hear something in the distance. Like behind you. Here, I'll put this, here.
Is it the giant floating castle?
No, it's not a giant floating castle. Good guess, though. So you turn to look, and let's get you guys up by the gate. And sort of while the gate, it starts to open. But as you see it start to open, like, it's clear it's gonna take his goddamn time opening. Right?
Yeah.
Bad guy!
Yep.
And he's walking towards you guys, and there's not a word in English. There's not even a word in Orcish for how pissed he looks at you fuckers.
Oh shit.
He's just fucking going up to you guys. By himself on foot? Yeah, it's been, he's not thinking rationally, so he's willing to do a stupid thing.
Do we recognize him?
Oh, you recognize the fuck out of him. Yeah, he is, yeah. Serena notes that he's actually the only one who, she didn't have any, actually, no, she did have a negative interaction with him, just not the main kind. So yeah, initiative begins, of course.
Cool.
I okay, so I got all of you in, so I'm just going to just have you change yours on the thing
Yep.
rather than erase all of them and then re-add them. Okay. Has anyone not changed their initiative?
Good here.
Alright. Drake, you go first.
That might be an added initiative. I don't think anyone has a 10 modifier.
I set it to 0 though.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Little-
somehow that fucked up.
It should be
Whatever,
20.
I'll change it. No, it should be 7.5. And I just change it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So-
set it to 0 before I did anything, so something messed up.
So this kid here, he sees this guy. He's fucking. He regresses a little bit. He's like, he's shaken seeing this guy. He's terrified. He steps. He steps back. Fighter.
Like Jace turns and sees just like a lone orc, and there's like a bit of trepidation as some people like turn and see this man by himself, just walking, just looking pissed off. But all orcs look the same, really. They always look pissed off. So I mean, he just he looks at like some others and he shrugs, and he goes into his into something on his waist, and he just gets ready to throw it at the thing. It gets close.
Sorcerer.
She, what's that? And she's that, and let's see the distance. Okay. She. Alright, 71 cast. She gets off to just put him to sleep. DC 11. 110 range.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay.
It's her turn. She uses the magics, but
Land
it
here.
ain't stopping him. As she just like flicks this piece of wood at him. Whether or not he would see and understand what magic is, well, spellcraft or what a wand is. Anyway.
Double move to there. I see you've chosen to join us, brother.
Thulthane.
Thulthane, gets ready his sling. He's not sure what to do. It's his turn.
Okay, and dear, he fucking just he gives you the stare of death, like just like not the stare of death, like the bloody stare of death, like the I'm going to eat your fucking intestines stare. And this is a run. Anu. Drake.
Okay, he's there. Going to Power of Hatred is very strong. Too far, can't hit that. No, that's it for me. Good.
Aletha.
Alright. I'm gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. And already attack if he comes close, but I'll let it leave here 10 minutes.
You'd be healed, by the way. Okay. This kid again is petrified. He's kind of running back. Not actually petrified. I realize that means something in this game, but he's kind of fucking hunting back against the wall.
Panicked, I think, would be appropriate.
Yeah, something like that. Fighter.
Jace, the thing in hand, and seeing this crazy-looking orc, he knows what to do to crazy-looking orcs, like all humans. They know what to do to crazy-looking orcs, and that's to commit genocide upon them. As he hurls a vial of alchemist fire at the man.
Okay. Nope.
Misses.
So
Clockwise, the square. Yep. So okay.
Yep, lands in this square.
Yeah, so then he gives reflex save or whatever.
No, he doesn't hit him. It doesn't hit him, he just takes splash damage.
Oh, okay. So just one splash damage. There's a sudden ignition of fire as it explodes.
Sorcerer.
Tries again. Another will save. With the flick of the wrist. That's it.
Landir.
5 foot to there. And I'll go for an attack. Not a chance.
1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. The whole thing.
First attack. Nope. As he hurls a sling at this lone crazed orc. He calls on out. He doesn't say anything. He just calls it out, like attention to this scene here.
Okay. He sees you, Landir. His eyes burn with hatred. And an 11 misses. So he's just like, "Rah!" He just tries to get you with his flail, and it flies over your head. Anu. Okay. Drake.
Okay. We'll move there, and then attempt.
19 will hit.
6 cold.
That happens. Aletha.
Alright, I'm gonna move here and attack defensively.
Kid is still cowering. Jake.
Takes his sword and shield. Guess maybe he can take a 5-foot step. He's taking out 2 shield and swords.
Okay. Certainly can take a 5-foot step. In fact, he could take an entire move action and still do both those things. Though he couldn't don his shield as well.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the purpose. Like
Sorcerer.
Like a 4-round action or something to take out sword and shield.
And I note that sleep is an area of effect, so
Yep.
you cannot target him and not.
I've
your
noted that.
friends.
Well, certainly. In that case, she calls with her free hand. There's bubbly, spectral sort of magics that emanate from her left hand, trying to affect this mad orc's will. As he gives a will save against 13.
That was the wrong thing. He wins.
Okay. Most certainly.
Landier.
Okay, let's try that again. But this time with flanking. Hey, that much better. Sadly, 20 times 2 crit range. That will do d6. $15 damage.
God.
Power attack.
Serena is me at the moment. Let's see if that hits. Doesn't. Thulthane.
Sling's message. Did you see the roll there?
Yes. Okay. Roll. 5-foot step. Looking at you. He says, "So this is how a human repays mercy?" He looks at you.
My buff from earlier, that shield other, is that still active? I think it was hours per level.
It is, yeah.
Okay, then that misses by 1 exactly.
No, that's not what that was.
I looked at it. It's a deflection bonus.
No. That wasn't
Maybe
the to hit roll there. That was Darby's.
Oh, sorry.
19 is the roll to hit you.
I don't see that, but then that would
You
hit.
don't. You don't because I'm hiding them from you in case they kill you.
Hey, don't be afraid of that shit. It happens.
Yeah. So then it definitely hits me then by a couple.
Okay.
If I can respond, I say, I gave you every opportunity to let us leave in peace. You are the one that forced our hands.
So you take 20 points of damage, but because of shield other, you take only 10 points of damage.
Okay, so I'm down to 2.
Hanu. Reloading. Drake.
Damn, he got closer. I'm moving back a bit and shooting him again.
Okay. The crit threat.
shit.
Roll
Can
confirm.
spells even?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray's good. Great.
Okay. Take 5.
So as you shoot your icy ray at this orc, where do you shoot him?
To face.
His face just kind of freezes, and he falls backward.
Good.
Like that, like he falls down, like he's defeated.
Yeah, he's down. Combat is over. I'm sorry. I need to.
Oh, okay. Like Jace just removes the flail away from the orc as he draws near.
I'll
Orc
read
gets
off.
smacked in the face by magics.
Here's his loot. He has a masterwork heavy flail,
Okay.
a potion of cure light wounds,
Okay.
+1 half plate,
Damn. Okay.
5 javelins, and 280 GP.
We're skipping the whole identifying magic items thing. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Noted.
It's a fucking bother is what it is. Like,
Okay, cool. A bother or an RP opportunity?
With that, I think I'm going. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, later.
Didn't even know you were here. All right, see you guys later.
Wow. Oh, okay. He need to.
Yeah, he
You lost
does.
2 people there?
Yeah, he needs to head out.
I mean, I knew Arlius needed to leave, but I didn't know Lou needed.
Yeah. Okay. Well, continuing. So I got all that loot. Are we going to restrain or coup de grace the half orc?
That's a choice you have to make.
I was asking the remaining.
Oh, it dies.
Okay, I coup de grace. My with honor, I'll or with whatever dignity I can muster, I'll finish him off.
All right.
So
You got. Let's see. You got all the jewelry or all the gear you strictly needed to get. So. Let's see. I'm trying to find out how much gear are you short at this point. Basically the question is, do you want to go back to the castle and finish looting it?
That depends. Are we on camera or not?
You're on camera right now.
Either way, if it were me, I would make that, you guys still need to go do this as the mission.
Well, my question would be: from what we know, do we think we killed all or most, or do you think or do we know there are still X number left?
The only orc that you've not encountered and killed is the chief's wife.
Oh, huh.
Okay, and then I see. So we go back and loot it. Then, if we're reasonably certain we're not going to meet heavy resistance, we've cleared by far the biggest threats.
Well,
So-
true for role play reasons, we don't know that shit and should probably go to town.
No, you spent a day there. you know who's there. You can take you know how many people you can take account of who you've killed.
Okay.
So, in the stable, so I will, let's see. I'm gonna, I'm gonna have you guys just not go in the attic. So you'll miss out, yeah, you'll miss out on that from skipping that encounter. Which it was a bonus thing, so that's not a big deal. There is a copper food dish worth 20 GP in the stables.
Okay.
In the dining room, which you remember that you need to go. You remember that you need to go around to avoid the haunt. There are actually like 4 Iomedan banners with Iomedan heraldry in the dining room. Getting to them is easy enough. You can do it if you have all the time in the world. And if you check the kitchen, by now you will not find her there, because she's off. But you do find she did. Yeah, you do find some of the potions that were in the kitchen. There's actually a pretty sizable stock of them. And so you find the following.
Yep.
3 acid flasks. 4 potions of Cure Light Wounds. And a Wand of Cure Light Wounds.
How many charges?
50. It's full.
Okay.
All right. So, with all that done, you guys are going to level.
Awesome. All right.
And so, next time, I will talk about next time. So, on the 16th, I
Yep.
will be at Gen Con.
Oh, cool.
So, so we have 2 options. We can accept that our next session will be in a month, or we can try to schedule a makeup session at some point during August. See if we can't find even just one day that we're all free.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
works.
I will let you know, given that we're talking about that, the 30th, I will either have to leave early or skip entirely, depending on something that's planned for that day.
Mhm.
So that's the
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully the 30th will be hopefully the 30th will be a shorter, might be a shorter one because it's gonna be all right. So we will leave off here. We'll sort of in text. We'll do what sort of the time you guys spend at Castle Everstand.
Mhm.
Yep.
Sounds good.
When you're done, I have things in regards to Friday.
Okay.